and welcome to the new video and welcome to my book corner. Today we will be picking up books for my May TBR. So continuing from last month, I still want to read some of the books that I am not inclined on reading. I've got a shelf of those books here. I'm not reaching out for them, I'm not interested in them. So last month I did a random number generator and I picked 2 books from the shelf and I managed to read 2 of those books. This month I think I will just pick 1 and we'll see how it goes. So let me just count how many books I have on that shelf and then we can randomly generate a number for that. Okay, so we have 22 books, so I will put those numbers in the generator and we'll see what we get. Okay, so we have books 1 to 22 and let's generate that number. What is it? 10. Yeah, that's 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this book is The Paris Wife by Paula McLain and it is literary fiction, and this book had been on my shelf for 5+ years, maybe even longer than this, and let's see what this is about. Okay, so it's kind of piqued my interest now because we're talking about Ernest Hemingway's wife, so I'm curious. It sounds like it's going to be quite a romantic book. We'll see what happens. Historical fiction, literary fiction, a little bit of romance going on somewhere in there between the pages, so it sounds interesting. But let's move on to the next set of books that I want to finish reading in May, and these are my public library books. I've recently checked out 3 books and these are the books that I want to read in May, and these are Artemis by Weir, and it says, welcome to Artemis, the first city on the moon, population 2000, mostly tourists, some criminals. I am actually quite excited for this book because if we go by anything how Project Hail Mary was, I think it's going to be a great book. Fun to read and fast-paced and very, very interesting. The second book that I've checked out from the library is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I think Deonn. So this is Legendborn and everybody's been reading this book and I wanted to, you know, jump on the wagon. So here we are. Okay, so this sounds like a young adult fantasy. I don't mind reading young adult. From time to time it's actually quite refreshing to read something light and designed for a younger audience. That is book number 2 from the library. The third book from the library that I want to read this month is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Not only this book has been on my want to read list for absolute ages, Apple TV are releasing a series based on this book and I want to read this book before I watch the series. It sounds like it could be a thriller or a horror. I've heard it's a horror, but by the sound of it, it could be like a thriller. And yeah, exceptional by Weir. So if he says it's exceptional, I'm excited to read it even more. Continuing on the subject of books being adapted into a TV show or a movie, we are now getting to my next May read, which is Dune by Herbert, and this book is actually brand new from Waterstones, just arrived today in the mail, so I'm so excited. I've ordered this really nice hardback. As you can see, it's got a little ribbon bookmark as well, which is super nice, and all I know about it, it's like a fantasy and probably a little bit of action fantasy going on. I'm not really phrased into like genres of book. To me, it's either fiction, horror, sci-fi, fantasy, romance. So to me, fantasy book, you can divide it in however many genres you want to divide. To me, it's just fantasy. So I'm excited to read this. It's a chunky book, 600 pages, so hopefully I will be able to finish it this month. The other two books I want to read in May are The Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom by Bardugo. They have been sitting on my shelf for a while now, and my library has audiobooks for this, so I think I'm gonna read them in an audiobook format, and I know this is easily done, so there's 2 books to add to my May TBR. Okay, so I have 7 books so far, and I kind of want to make this a little bit more fun for myself because there's so many books on the shelves that I haven't read and so many shelves that I want to read, and I don't know where to start. So what I've decided this month, I will generate 1 more book randomly, and I will use a color wheel to spin and choose the color, and hopefully I will find this color on the cover of the book to read. So let's do this. Oh, so we have purple. Now I need to dig and see if I can find a book with purple on the cover. So I found 4 books with color purple on the covers, and these are Powerless by Lauren Roberts. We have A Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher, Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and Powerless by Elsie Silver. So now I'm thinking, Powerless, it's not the first book in the series, so for me it's a no, because even though I've heard these books can be read as standalone, they all start with, I think, Flawless. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if I read this series, I want to read this in order. So for me, Powerless is a no for now. Then we have Powerless, which is a fantasy, I believe. And I think I have so much fantasy this month, and I think I want to read something else, not fantasy. So for now, it's a no. I am left with Belladonna and A Love Redesigned, and I'm kind of being pushed towards Love Redesigned because last year and then beginning of this year I've completed the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher, and I enjoyed it so much, and I've actually pre-ordered a second book to this series. This is a new series, a first book in the new series Lakefront Billionaires, and I've already pre-ordered a second book in a series, so I think it will be good for me to read this. I think I will stick with this purple book, and this would be read number 8 for May, and it's Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. These are the books that I am planning to read in May, and once again we have The Paris Wife, we have Love Redesigned, we have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, we have Dune, Dark Matter, Legendborn and Artemis, and these books weigh a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to finish them all. Some of them I will read as audiobooks, and the rest of them I will be reading with my eyeballs, so good luck to me. Also, if you want to see how I'm doing with my monthly reading goals, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and also comment. Let me know which books have you read out of the ones I'm holding here, and what you thought of them, and which one was your favorite. Thank you for watching, wish me good luck, and I will see you in the monthly wrap-up. Bye!